That was insane. I do a lot of visualization of how things should go, and that was not in my brain, even close. Like, I'll sing a song, and then it'll be funny, and that was unbelievable. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Sue, for making it happen. I honestly don't know how I follow that up, but I will follow it up with reading 2 sections from this book that all of you have come here for. I think that actually the way that what just happened on this stage came together as kind of a, man, wouldn't that be crazy if, you know, I got Jeff Tweedy to play Black Eyed Peas songs at the event. And then suddenly there's Jeff Tweedy playing Black Eyed Peas songs at the event. Is kind of the way this whole thing came together, right? It really did start. I actually saw someone tweet at the Hideout today. The Hideout, by the way, incredibly efficient retweet mechanism, the Hideout. Somebody retweeted them and they said, you know, that whole Mayor Emanuel thing really seems like a scam, so the guy could just write a book and make a lot of money. And I thought, that is the longest con ever, right? Like, the number of things in that con that had to go right versus the number of things that could have gone wrong is a really inefficient con, so I really wouldn't recommend it. But it does sometimes kind of feel like that, because the whole number of things that could go wrong versus the number of things that could go right is kind of amazing. The reason I suddenly got like that, I lost my page. And I mean, really, truly, this thing just started on a whim, and it just kind of grew, and in terms of writing it, it really just became like, can I fucking do that? And then it's like, sure, I guess I can do that. And then 10,000 people are like, yes, please, more of that. And you're like, okay. Anyway, I somehow managed to totally lose my place. I want to read 2 parts. One of them is, how did I do this to myself? I didn't move anything. Oh, there it is right on the back. I did move something. Hold on, I have to use the index. This, oh, just be under M. It's a long index, people. Mayfield Curtis. There we are. 172. All right, perfect. All right, so the part that I want to read from is near the end of the story. Mayor Emanuel, actually the real one, as I think Megan, or no, it was Robbie mentioned, went on the radio a week before the election and said, hey, that account, I think it's funny. And whoever wrote it should come forward after the election, and if they do, I'll donate money to the charity of their choice, right? I didn't know that because I don't listen to that radio station. And so I found out because the @replies on my feed suddenly just blew up. The majority of them were all going, it's a trap! It really actually kind of freaked me out quite a bit, and I ended up writing a story trying to kind of reflect on that, and so that evening's kind of part of the story was Mayor Emanuel, my Mayor Emanuel, and David Axelrod and Carl the intern playing hide and seek in this crawl space that they were living in, and he hides inside a box, right, and it turns out it's a box of old baby clothes, and he says, fuck it, hide and seek, motherfuckers. I'll get out of this goddamn box of baby clothes when I'm motherfucking ready, which admittedly might be kind of soon because I think I just heard Axelrod pop a fucking beer. The next day starts, I fell asleep inside this box, have the worst fucking crick in my back and can't really move. Axelrod? Carl? Hambone? Quaxelrod? Anyone? There was clearly a shift in the night and something's trapped on top of this box and I can't get it open. Fucking trapped with no coffee. Everyone else be on day 2 of my wards tour because he was on this, the real Mayor Man was on this crazy tour of going to 50 wards in like 50 hours, which was nuts. And this was actual day 2. Everyone must be on day 2 of my wards tour, which maybe is a blessing because today is all the shitty wards. I'm looking at you, 14th. But really, there are only so many times a guy can read, because he's in a box of his kid's baby clothes. There's only so many times a guy can read Pat the Bunny, and this pile of cloth diapers is getting fucking short. I'm so motherfucking hungry that I might eat this motherfucking jar of fermented baby food I just found. Ate it. And holy fucking fuck. I swear to God, the bunny on the cover of that book just winked at me. Okay, nobody fucking panic. But this box is definitely getting fucking bigger. And I remember packing this box, but I don't remember fitting an entire field of fucking wheat in here. And that's what I'm standing in. Someone just ran by me in this wheat field. He was fucking running fast. All I saw was the number 34. Sweetness? Definitely sweetness. He ran by again, and this time the Pat the Bunny was on his back, and the fucking bunny turned and said, "Follow me." I had this distinct fucking feeling that this is going to be a long motherfucking day. And that is actually kind of twofold, right? Because I'm actually writing this on my way to work, and the fucking mayor-to-be of Chicago has just kind of put a bounty on my head, so it actually did mean two things at that time. And actually, the funny thing about these timestamps is if you deconstruct them, you can see my exact work hours all the time, because this story drops off at 8 o'clock and doesn't pick up again until noon, because I taught a morning class. Alright, so we've been running through this wheat field for fucking hours now. It's so hot I ripped a sleeve off my shirt to wipe away the sweat. We've reached a clearing, and Sweetness turns and said, "We're here." And it's a huge motherfucking tower made out of dibs chairs. Does anyone in this room not know what a dibs chair is? Okay, fuck you. That fucking bunny hops off Peyton's back and scampers up the tower, and Sweetness turns and said, "We've run together as far as we can." I turn and say, "I don't know what to do," but Sweetness is already gone. The dulcet tones of the Super Bowl shuffle, all that's fucking left. Well, it's either walk back through that field of wheat or climb up this fucking tower of dibs furniture. Motherfuck it, let's head up. And so again, there's a timestamp break because I had a meeting. It picks up again at 2:30. I'm probably a mile up this motherfucking tower of milk crates and lawn chairs, and all I can see in every direction is wheat ringed by water. I've reached a landing. Though the tower still fucking rises above, a door opens, and the disembodied head of Marshall Field floats out. You know what? Field may be a motherfucking disembodied head, but he still looks fucking classy, dapper tie just hanging down. Field's fucking luminescent mouth opens and he speaks, "If you want to run this city..." I should do that in a different voice, shouldn't I? "If you want to run this city, there's some things you need to know." This city burned once. The screams still haunt me. But my friends and I built it back. His head is floating fucking circles around me. The river, it used to bubble with poison. It killed scores. My friends and I, we reversed it. I'm getting fucking dizzy. At the end of all that horror, we built a city of dreams, my friends and I. They said we couldn't, we did. I'm going to be fucking sick. It's a city that doesn't quit. It's a city that never stops believing. And he's humming some fucking tune I can't place. And I can feel myself passing out when Marshall Fields floats right up to me, looks me in the fucking eyes and said, "He's looking for you." What the motherfucking fuck? And then it drops off again because I had to go home. It picks up at 5 o'clock before dinner. He actually finishes the swear there. I blacked out there. My motherfucking head is pounding. There's that fucking bunny again, climbing ever upward. Here we go. We're up above the clouds now, looking down just on a sea of pink fluff. Actually, it looks motherfucking delicious. It's motherfucking beautiful up here. The sun making this tower of junk glow with the righteous power of millions of saved parking spaces. I've climbed up to another landing. Up here, the motherfucking heart of Studs Terkel is shining like a fucking beacon. A figure walks in front of the heart. Its bright light still filtering through his translucent form. Thumbs up, my friend. Siskel. Gene Siskel's smile competes with the light of Stud's heart. His thumbs are motherfucking enormous. He's floating just slightly above the ground, but Siskel speaks with fucking gravity. Stud's heart beats for all Chicagoans. Their shoulders are broad, but their hearts are fragile. You have to feel the pulse of the city. And he waves me toward the fucking heart. I'm hugging the glowing heart of Studs Terkel, and it's wet, and it's bright, and I can feel all of you beat inside it, and now Siskel is trying to pull me away with his giant fucking thumbs, but I want to stay holding this glowing heart forever. We don't have much time. Siskel's yanking me backwards now, and my chest feels fucking hollow as it does. Look, there's something you need to know about you, about this. But my eyes are fucking blurred, and I can feel myself falling. And so then it stops again, because my wife and kid and I had dinner. It picks up again at 7:13. Landed. So he fell for 2 hours. Landed. And I'm in a white room, and there's music playing softly, and there's no wheat and no dibs tower. There's no fucking anything. And out of the wall, just right there out of it, like it didn't exist at all, walks Curtis Mayfield. He's wearing a beautiful fucking suit. And he's singing really quietly, but it's beautiful. A slow version of It's All Right. And I close my eyes, and I know that it is. And he's putting his hand on my arm, the one that had the sleeve missing. And for the first time in fucking months, I just feel calm. And the Pat the Bunny bunny comes running over and hops into my arms, and he's so motherfucking soft I could pat him forever. And Curtis is just humming now, and the bunny is so fucking soft, and you know what? If this is it, this is pretty fucking good. And then Curtis says, in that beautiful fucking voice of his, this isn't the kind of story where it turns out you're dead. You've got a lot of life still ahead of you, especially if you don't eat old shit you find in a box. Curtis fucking right on that one. And there are a lot more stories still to tell. Just don't tell them with cheap-ass they were all dead endings. I fucking won't, Curtis. But my brother, it's not life or stories that I want to talk about. It's my city. It's Chicago. I'm starting to feel fucking woozy again. Chicago is hurting. I can feel it. And he opens his suit, and inside is no body but the motherfucking skyline itself. And Curtis Mayfield points to the fucking skyline inside his chest, and he says, it needs someone to hold it, someone to love it. And suddenly Curtis is singing again, just slow and low, and I can fucking feel the dance come back to me. And then we're dancing together. And then Curtis leans in really fucking close, and in a whisper he says, there's something else you should know, man. And he stops dancing, and he looks right at me and says so quietly it's almost fucking inaudible, he's looking for you. And I can't even ask who before he says, you have to go, man. You have to go right now. And I can feel myself being pulled away. And I'm flying backwards fucking fast, but I can hear Curtis yell out, nothing is what it seems, man. What if you're not you? Axelrod and Carl the intern are pulling me out of the box. We heard you screaming from the 19th ward. I love my fucking friends. So, that sets up really the end of the story, right?